Hi, welcome back to Tiny Classrooms Live.
Hi, the doctor here, John Zalou from Taos, New Mexico.
And I'm the HR guy, Artie Nathan, in Las Vegas, Nevada.
And hello from Lilli. I'm from Frankfurt and I'm a sales specialist of MaLish.
Maike, that's me, the other part of MaLish, together with Lilli here in this weekly talk with you. Thanks for having us.
So thanks for joining us today. And our topic is more COVID from around the world. And since Germany just locked down their country again this week, we thought we would get an update from Lilli and Maike to understand how that's really playing out.
Yeah, so the first weeks we have behind us. And so for us, for our business, we don't felt any difference. But of course, restaurants are closed and entertainment is closed, everything related to entertainment and sports. So it's like a lockdown light, but so we personally are not really affected of it, or Maike?
No, well, we're in a lucky position that we coach and consult. We can do most online, or we switched off, or like during the year, to hybrid modules, meaning like half of the audience was maybe on site, the other was online. So it's fairly easy to switch. But we're in a really, really lucky position, and we're also very positively minded. So there are many people out there in Germany who suffer quite a lot and who might not make it to the next year business-wise.
Our businesses are still open? What percentage of people are working in offices versus working from home still?
So the remote work is the highest percentage. So I would say it's 70-30. So 70% of all people are working from home. So we are surrounded here by all the big banks. So we are downtown Frankfurt. And talking to people in the neighborhood, you realize that, for example, a 52-floor building is occupied only with 5 floors. So you can imagine how many people are back home and how many are in the office.
It's a similar experience that we're here, both for our firm and our practice. We're fortunate, extremely fortunate, in that we're able to conduct our business largely Zoom and not have really any hiccups in the process of our work. But all around us is the same experience that you all have. Some people are working in their offices, but most people, it seems, are working from home. And that's own challenges, doesn't it?
But it seems that this second wave of lockdowns, which is happening in a lot of places, is creating probably more depression for people as they watch this go on. You know, we're into this for eight or more months, and there's got to be a lot of COVID fatigue everywhere.
Not only fatigue, so there are really people taking it less seriously, although you already know that the wave is much stronger, so the hospitals are filling up much faster, and also there are more serious cases. So there's a frustration on the one hand, or like, you know, not being or paying attention close enough. But on the other side, there are also so many industries and businesses, like, for example, the whole restaurant scene. They've invested heavily at the end of the summer. So they rented tents, they made sure that they have enough heating, which is super expensive. Some laws have even been changed. So the idea was really to keep restaurants open. And then suddenly, in like, Lilli, how many? 3 days notice, the government decided to also shut down all restaurants completely, independently of whether they had a good concept, independently of whether they, you know, could do outside catering. It didn't matter. Every business had to shut down, whereas like IKEA could stay open. So it's really in a time where you say, like, where's the logic to it? So that's also what's worrying us, to be honest.
That's interesting, because governments and their reputations and how much people believe them, trust them, or respect them is being challenged a lot too, certainly here in America. And the longer this goes on, it seems the more difficult it's going to get.
Absolutely. So this is also what we are kind of afraid as well, because the whole situation is developing in a direction that nobody can really predict. I think this is an important thing also for the people out there, so that they cannot trust the government. The government is not sure what to do. They try their best, but nobody knows which direction to take.
So it seems to me that it's incumbent upon business leaders to help their employees to understand this, to deal with it, and to get through it. You know, these are not issues that can be easily handled by government, but for each of us, we've got to deal with the people we're responsible for and help them to deal with this, with the same thing we've been talking about for eight months here, with empathy and concern and respect. So, long story short, it continues on.
It does. And the whole empathy fatigue is a critical issue. We have to keep sort of buoying people up and encouraging them and reminding and to make decisions about how they're going to behave today and how they're going to react to their fellow workers and their families and so on. So it's very important in the roles that we all have as encouraging and coaches, if you will, that we help to keep people aware and focused on the problem at hand.
That's it for today. I mean, the news is not good, but it's not bad either. It's something.
No negativity, no negativity. That's the motto for these days.
That's absolutely right.
Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you again next time.
See you next time.
Very good.